What's good? That's Textbook Sports Squad. I appreciate those of y'all tuning in, but I want to direct your attention to TCU quarterback Josh Hoover. It's a random Tuesday in July, and I'm telling you right now, you better keep an eye on Josh Hoover and buy that stock right now because what he shows on tape is just really impressive. He's got tremendous accuracy, he's got a live arm, makes some really difficult throws, can layer throws. And he's just someone, like I said, you want to keep your eye on. This is a 3rd and 2 situation. You're going to have a man coverage look across the board with this safety right here being the lone defender left. TCU has go routes. You're going to see that pretty commonly. They love to run a lot of go routes, things deep to the field. But here to the bottom in the slot, we're going to have a return route. And this is the key play right here on a go route. Again, key situation is that it's 3rd and 2, and then just the trust he has in the ball placement, the ball accuracy from Josh Hoover here, really tremendous to the bottom of the screen. There's that safety there, man coverage across the board. He goes to that spot and just puts it in a place only where the receiver can catch it. I mean, that's just incredible. It's a quarterback understanding the defense, knowing that it's one safety over. I mean, the throw's great, but it's one safety over, so we look to that safety side. A lot of quarterbacks, you would say the read is the return route right here, man to man. Let's get that right here, and then just move the chains. But like I said, the confidence in his arm accuracy and his ability really stands out in tape. Every time I watch this play, I'm just in awe of this throw because it's just so impressive. It's a lot like the last one, in terms of he's just putting it into a place where only the receiver can make a catch or the receiver can make a play on it. He's going to deal with some pressure in his face a little bit. I mean, that's tight coverage to the sideline. The receiver gets pressed really close to it, and he puts it exactly where the ball needs to be. Like, that is just insane accuracy. Not only does he have really good accuracy, but on this play specifically, you see him be able to make more than just one read. And I think when we're scouting and evaluating quarterbacks, it's really key to have timing, rhythm, anticipation, and just to scan the whole field and read the defense. So initially, we have the too high safety look, but this safety right here is going to come crashing down, and then you're going to have him replaced to the middle of the field here. We have the go route to the bottom here, and then the backside in coming across the field this way. And so that's the concept. And what I really like about Hoover as well is just his mechanics in the pocket, his footwork, and his base is always good. The way he lines himself up really doesn't waste any steps or momentum, and it's all really nice to see. So there's his footwork. He goes from one read to the bottom to the second read right here to the backside in. Look at the base. Look at that footwork. Always keeping his cleats into the turf, and then the throw is right where it needs to be again. Here we see him in that this kind of new era of football where it's a lot of freestyle, sidearm throws, into the top of the screen. So this is a key situation, right? It's 4th and 2. Well, I mean they're killing Oklahoma State. It's 24-6, but it's 4th and 2, right? It's no matter the situation, it's fourth down. You always got to convert. We have a slant to this side of the field. This edge rusher right here is going to be left unblocked. So he's going to be in the way of this throwing window right here to the slant. Hoover is going to have to sidearm or throw around the defender, and he does a really good job at doing that. And having to throw around the edge rusher right there, it's right on the receiver's face mask. So as we watch the play here, there's the edge left unblocked, sidearm throw, exactly where it needs to be, and we convert. This is a good thing right here for him to show on tape. So it's a play action in the red zone. The play is going to be broken up, or the defense is going to defend it really well from the jump. So you see there, you've got two edge rushers in his close space. You're going play action here. You have him as a possible option. Again, I mean, you have to in the NFL now. I feel like it's extremely crucial to convert like that, and when a play is broken down, to make these kinds of plays and just have that ability and an extra toolbox in the tool set. This is some impressive tape here from Hoover. Just shows how calm he can be under duress when the pocket collapses into a phone booth. And another, again, you're going to hear me say it a lot, but it's a dime of a throw from him. So this is the concept that TCU is running, kind of like on a wheel route. They're trying to get some confusion in the secondary here. It really doesn't happen. And then the pocket just collapses. You're going to have all the defensive linemen go. You're going to send this corner right here also crashing down. TCU is going to have the lineman in protection and a back to their side, but it still breaks down pretty quickly. So how calm are you going to be under pressure? You can tell they're trying to go to that side with the pump fake to get either one of those seams there to the bottom. Pocket cap, it's not there. Pocket is collapsing quickly, turns into a phone booth, getting hit, pressure immediately in your face, and then where's just the location of that ball? Right where it needs to be, in pretty tight coverage. Here's a look of that same play from the end zone view, and so that way you get a feel and an understanding or a better angle of just what he's having to deal with in the pocket. It even makes a little bit of a jump throw. If Tony Romo was in the booth calling this play, I think we'd get a feel of what he would say this looks like. Because I think he would say this looks a little, and I'm sure you know the rest. Another thing you have to like about Hoover is he can find pockets within the defense or tight windows, and he can deliver. So we look at the down and distance here. It's third down. The first down marker is at the 30-yard line. The ball is at the 48. So it's third down and 18. And they're going to do a little bit of a dagger concept here to the bottom. Well, first they're going to have like a mesh from the receivers in the slot or close to the line to the offensive lineman. And then here's where the dagger concept comes in. You're going to have this receiver to the inside, run deep. He's going to occupy the safety to the middle of the field here. And the receiver to the outside is just going to follow, but about halfway there or halfway to the slot receiver's route, he's just going to cut to the middle of the field and find some pocket space and avoid. So, gotta have it. Gotta have it situation, third down and 18 to keep the drive alive. And the tight window throw, really just a thing of beauty. So we see the concept here. And at this moment right here, I want to stop it because they're only rushing three. All right. So 11 on the football field. They're only rushing three. That means that there are eight defenders over here. There's eight defenders guarding route concepts or mans. And let's look at the void in the defense because sometimes it's hard to do with football, but sometimes the concept of it can be simple. I want to say. So if we were to draw, we look at the void here. We can see there's a void right here. And if we just connect the dots between all of these defensive players right here, we get this kind of window and void that we can throw into. And that's exactly what he does. He's going to fit it into this area right here. And like I say, the concept of it, fitting the ball into tight windows and spaces like this on big time money downs, really a thing of beauty. I mean, fits it right where it needs to be, and you get the first down. You convert on third and 18. This is what it looks like at the like this is like an NFL-esque type of play right here. Just the processing, the rhythm, getting the ball out when he gets to the top of his drop right here, fitting it into tight spaces into the middle of the field. I think that's one thing he's shown already on tape that we've watched. He's not afraid to fit it into some really tight spaces and windows. And he's accurate with it when he does, but he's going to read the middle of the field here. You're going to have this wide receiver sit down. So he reads that, doesn't love it. You also have this sit route right here he can get to, but he eventually gets to the middle of the field over this linebacker right here, having to fit it to this receiver at the bottom, and he does a good job at doing that. So here we are from the other angle, looks to the middle of the field, fits it over the linebacker's head to the middle of the field and convert. Just another example here of the same thing we've been talking about, going from one side of the field to the other, the timing, the rhythm, the anticipation of the play, all where it needs to be, into a tight window, right into the receiver's chest, just stacking good on good. This will be the last play we analyze from Hoover's tape, and it's probably the best one, to be honest with you. Facing pressure in his face, he's listed at 6'2", and just the accuracy to layer the ball over the defensive back's head and fit the ball exactly to where it needs to be is just something he specializes in. And I mean, it's really special. So here we go. He's looking to this side right here. Really doesn't love it because you've got it boxed inside and outside. You've also got a safety over there. So he doesn't love it. He's going to the middle of the field right now. And this receiver that's at the bottom of the U in TCU, you don't like that either because it's also boxed with a linebacker right there. The option we do have here, even though we've got pressure coming right into our face, we got to make a decision in seconds or milliseconds. You can go to the bottom of the field here, check down. It's been open for him routinely on tape, but you can't fault a quarterback that loves to trust their ability and until it hurts them. And so he's just going to go right here to the bottom of the screen. Pressure in his face, layers it over the linebacker's head, puts it exactly where it needs to be for the wide receiver. I mean, that's a special ability to just have that calmness while you're getting hit, and then to have the accuracy with it as well. In the end, I really liked Josh Hoover's tape. The things that stand out to me is his ball placement, the way he's able to fit the throw into some tight windows and spots, and only where his receivers can come down with the football. And then processing wise, I think he does a really good job at. There are some passing concepts, like specifically the high-low concept. I think he can process a little bit better, but he's able to go from the first read to the second read. Didn't see a whole lot of him going into like one, two, or three reads. Is that dependent on the type of offense TCU runs? Is that on him as a player and where he's at in his development stage? Those are some questions I believe will have to be asked or answered. And being listed at 6'2", and you see him standing in the pocket, like he's a smaller quarterback, but I think he's shown when the pocket collapses and there's an edge rusher right immediately in his face, he's able to deliver an accurate football right where it needs to be. He's able to layer the football. He's got an accurate and live arm. He's able to do sidearm and throw around defenders over the top of the defender. And I just really like him as a prospect. He's someone I'm going to be keeping an eye on this college football season, and I think you should definitely buy the stock now before it gets too late. And speaking in terms of the NFL, I think that I don't know where his draft projection is for the upcoming class, um, but I would assume it's somewhere day two, day three. And I think that, again, he's just someone you need to really keep an eye on and see as they progress because he's got a lot of really great tools.